Hi friends, it's Julia and I am here with my Counterfeit Kit Challenge series, and today is day number 5, and I am starting off with a page map sketch from January 2022. And this is it here. It's a 2-photo sketch, and you can see it has sort of a plain background with some pattern paper back here and then along the edges here. So what I have done is I have gone through all of these supplies that I have pulled for this, and this is kind of what I do when I'm planning out a layout. I look at my sketch and then I pull the papers and such and lay them out here. The dimensions will change some, but this is how I do it. I have an offcut and a couple of scraps of paper. I have another scrap of paper, some tags, little cardstock tags and buttons. I have some chipboard pieces. This I'm going to make into a tag as well as a scrap of paper. This is an 8x8 paper that I'm going to use to map my photos. I pulled in this because it was part of one of the collections that I pulled in. I want to say Jamie. It had some pocket page cards that I didn't think would match so well, but I think this color matches the green in here fairly well, so I'm going to use it here. And then this has some green along it too, more green, a little bit of that tealy green here, so I'm going to use it all together. And then that's the scrap of paper as well. This one is primarily scraps because, you know, I want to use those scraps up as I go along with making these layouts. I did pull in a piece of the 12x12 cardstock. The other side looks like this. It's a jelly bean soup from years ago. I picked it up, a whole pack of it, at Tuesday morning for the craft side. Anyway, so I pulled in a couple of alphabets. I have these two here, and I'm already popping them off the carrier sheet. That's awesome. I pulled in puffy stickers. I pulled in cork arrows. I pulled in these vellum word phrases. I pulled in these chipboard. I pulled in some labels and some different washi strips. This one, there's this one, and then there's 3 different pieces here, but they're all the same. As I've used up bits and pieces from the other sheets, I've just left them onto here. So anywho, that's where I'm starting. If you'll give me a minute, I will show you a close-up of this sketch, and then I will be back to show you what I have created. Okay friends, I'm done with another layout. This is number 5, and these I did not use. I didn't use these puffy stickers at all, so they'll go back into my stash. I moved this was a carrier sheet that had a few little bits and pieces on it. I moved them on to another one when I used some off that sheet. So this will go into my trash can. Paper-wise, this is what I have left over. Yeah, just a piece of that background paper, and then the paper that I used to border my photos with, and then this piece from the background piece here. Otherwise, I used all the scraps that I had as is. I did use these cork stickers this go around. I did use one phrase from these vellum word stickers from Felicity Jane, or sorry, Freckled Fawn. I did use a label from here. I did use a chipboard piece from here and from here. And I did use these washi strips. I used these, a little small leftover piece that I had on here. And then from here, this is where I moved everything over. I had another one of these, and I used that on my layout, and so I had enough room that I could move all my leftovers onto here. So that brings me down to 2 of these sheets. I used both alphabet fonts to create my title, and I only had to Frankenstein just a little bit. Anyway, reminder of the layout. It is a 2-photo sketch, and here is what I created. I used my scrap papers in the sizes that they were. I cut this piece down a little bit. The background pieces here and here, those were small little scraps. I just cut them in half and tucked a little bit behind each. I went ahead and used that journal card. I used the tags. I cut this into a tag shape, used all 3 buttons, and just put a little bit of leftover twine on there that I had in my stash. Used the chipboard pieces. There's one from that from the carrier sheet, or from the Freckled Fawn pieces that I have. The tags, I told you I used camera here, here, and here from the washi strips. There's that longer washi strip there. There's the first font and there's the second. There's that word phrase down here and that little bit of leftover sticker here. And it's done. And it's just a story about my husband cutting his hair. Did a great job at it till he took the blade guard off and just shaved his head. Anywho, so this alphabet font kind of blended in a little bit to the background pocket page. So I just took a black Sharpie and went down the letters to give it some distinction, if you will. And you can see there's a lot of little bits and pieces of embellishment throughout, and then I took those stickers and put them there to show the part that he shaved on his head, which then necessitated us cutting his entire head. But he couldn't believe that he did such a thing, so I'm standing behind him in this photo with my camera taking a picture of where he shaved his head. He's just like, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. And I'm like, you did that. Anywho, that's it for today's layout. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.